Alright folks, we're here to review the Google Pixel 11. I got mine in light purple. Very nice color, very nice. This is the phone. You can see it's edge to edge. And I got this phone to replace an iPhone Pro Max, I think it is, the bigger phone. And let me start out by talking about how easy it is to set up. Out of the box, it will automatically ask to connect to your Wi-Fi, and then from there on out, it leads you through everything. It's very simple, but pay very close attention to what you select. Don't select anything and then go forward. Pay attention to what you're doing, and it's not very, very difficult at all. Note that if you're coming from an iPhone, that your private or hidden photos on your phone will not copy over. That's for security privacy reasons. So you have to find a way to get any private or hidden photographs that you might have. So don't forget that when you change phones. The gestures, some of them, the gestures that are on the iPhone work differently. So like when you swipe down, it doesn't give you a list of more recent apps. It gives you a list of system notifications, and I've had some problems with that, but it's muscle memory, so you can relearn it. This phone is incredibly bright. It is super bright, and I'd say it's probably about twice as bright as the iPhone. You can actually see it on a sunny day, and it does, of course, use more battery, so beware of that. But now I was a little wondering if I would be going from a Pro iPhone down to a 6.3 inch phone. The iPhone is a 6.9 inch phone, and so it's not anything I've noticed, though. It really isn't, and I think it's a better size that fits in your pocket better. I'm not really on board with these giant computers, tablets, and screens anymore at all. So I think that's not going to be a problem for you. The display is incredibly sharp. It rivals Retina. You might be able to think Retina is better if they were set down side by side, but you won't notice the difference because it's incredible. And I think a lot of that has to do with the brightness, by the way. The fingerprint reader is right in the middle bottom of the screen, and it's very convenient for me to use, but if you have a certain way that you did it, you might have an adjustment there. The haptics is very powerful. If you have the phone in your pocket, it's going to buzz pretty loud. You're going to feel it. The downside of that is don't leave your phone on the edge of a cliff or a table or something, because when it vibrates, it's going to fall off. So make sure you're careful of that. The camera and the visual intelligence. So the one thing is, I don't really care about a lot of camera specs. I really don't. I mean, any more cameras are pretty good, and so who cares? The instant night sight is the best thing that this phone could offer a lot of people, and that's to take pictures in low light. Like I took a picture of my dog, and it actually uses AI to just enhance the brightness a slight shade so you could see the dog easier. It actually kind of outlines the dog a little. It doesn't look fake though. Looks really good. Another thing, so if you take night photos, this is going to be the phone you want. There's an object or an item called Magic Capture. And the way it works is it takes a video, you specially select it. And like if you're at your niece's ball game, you'd start it when she's walking up to the plate, when she takes, her swing. And you keep recording until she goes back to the dugout to have her friends, congratulate her. And so what it will do is it will use AI to actually take out the best pictures. So like one picture might be she's walking up confidently. The next one would be her hitting the ball, smiling, clear, no blurriness at all. It won't pick pictures that are blurry. And then the last picture of her entering the dugout, high-fiving her friends. And it does all this thanks to AI. And you'll keep the video too, but it'll also pull out the photos. You can throw the photos away, you can use them. And think about it. You won't have to take your iPhone and hope to heck that you are able to record the time that she does it, and it's going to come out not blurry. So it's a big thing, I think. It's called Magic Capture. And there's also another feature that you can take a picture of something and then use your thumb or your other fingers that you want to use to draw a circle around the item. And what it does is it will use AI to find out what the item is, and it will provide you with a background. And to test it, I took a picture of my Pomeranian dog, and it came up and it said it appears to be a Pomeranian dog. So that's how it works. That can be very helpful if you're out and about, and you're, like especially at foreign languages and stuff. You could use that as zoom in on things. I have hearing aids. I'll be pleased to tell you, paired right up with them. It recommends a couple of brands, but my brand wasn't there, but I had no problem. It went right up. Did have one connection problem when I went to view it, or I went to use it a little bit later for a call. Then it came up and was only in one ear. I just simply reset the left ear and it came back, and it's been fine ever since. There's also another thing called Universal Live Captions, which provides captions to anything you see on your screen. And so this would include even events like Andrew Wilson has a Crucible, Matt Morris is another one, and they don't have any closed captions, and YouTube does nothing when you click closed captions. This phone would add this. It would add universal captions and accurately describe using an AI to understand what is going on the screen. And it's a really cool feature, but if you still have closed captions, you want to use them. But this is pretty good alternative for those of us with hearing issues. So we have automations in everyday quality of life. Like, what's it like to use the phone every day? Well, they have something called Rambler, the Gboard Rambler Voice Input, which I have tried out. And basically, it records what you say, but it eliminates the filler words like basically. Like I just said, basically. If you say, or I don't know, or like you just say certain things that, doesn't make sense and it needs to be in there, it takes that out of there and produces a very coherent script without, it's still your words, still what you said. It just removes the human, like, the issues we have, like, that you do when you're recording something. So that's really cool. The 0 two-factor authentication is huge, much better than iPhone. When you're on your iPhone, you ask to get like your password reset. It'll send you something, and then iPhone will pull it up and display it, which is pretty cool. And you click on it, and it fills it in, and then you click OK. This is way better though, because you click on the fact that you need your password, and then it automatically comes back, fills it in, and then enters it for you. Much faster. Much faster, so much easier. I'm spoiled already. Like, I wouldn't want to go back to the iPhone with that. The Bluetooth pairing is very good. It doesn't wait for you to go into settings and go to Bluetooth. It just comes up automatically when you turn on something that's Bluetooth capable. It's pretty good. It works really well. So we have this always on screen, which will allow your screen to look like this. Like I've chosen to have the time. And so that's what we got with that. And it's really cool to be able to put different styles. There's different styles. And in a related note, your phone's icons come set up as, like circular, Google type, very nice looking, but there's an easy way to personalize your icons. You could have them be square or whatever you want. And I even bling mine out, so it looks really cool. Like everything's diamond, so like a teen girl, I guess. But so another thing to be aware of is AI. If you're worried about privacy, this does everything that it can do locally on your phone, and so that also is great if you have no internet or your phone service is out. You'll still be able to create pictures. You have the AI work with you on a story or something. So that's a really cool feature. Having AI local also does not send what you search for to anywhere. So you hear these stories about people's privacy being invaded by police or whatever. You don't have to worry about this because this does not go outside your phone. So it's local AI, and that's exactly what you want to look for, folks, when you can, to get out of from having to send all of our information to the cloud. So there's also, the fact that when you take a picture, there's basic editing tools you want to use, and those are there and very easily available, including a one-touch AI enhancement, which does all kinds of things and instantly makes your picture look infinitely better. But there's also a Gemini Omni Creative Suite that is expansive of that and offers you an AI suite of templates and tools and very easy ways to get your videos changed by AI. Like you take a picture, it'll even maybe recommend, do you want to change your background to be snowy? Try this out. So it's going to give you a little bit of helping hands to kind of learn how this stuff works. I think this is a major thing for a lot of people. This phone will help you learn AI because a lot of it is geared toward getting you involved in it and making your life easier. And making your life easier is what all of us want. I make videos all the time and it's fun. I love it. But in reality, you need stuff to work. And so that's the important aspect to this phone, is that the Gemini Omni will give you all kinds of advice on how to do things like changing your face to another person's face, for example. It will tell you how to do all that, and it's very intuitive. So if you're kind of new to AI, I would recommend you not be intimidated by this phone. It's set up for people like myself who love AI and know how to use it, but it's also very easily accessible for anyone of any type of skill level to use. In fact, it makes it incredibly easy. I would recommend it. There's another feature, one of the big ones I think is it's the Pro Assistant. And what the Pro Assistant does is it uses your phone, it listens all the time, and then it listens to your conversation. So like, I talk about like in KFC a lot, and then Taco Bell, if my wife are out driving and I say, honey, we need to get some fast food, so it's going to come up on my phone and say, hey, there's a KFC 2 blocks away. Do you want me to give you instructions to go there? And it does all this on its own. It is passive listening, so that means it listens all the time. So if you have conversations or things you don't want to do, then you don't probably want to use this. I don't know, that's up to you. This is off by default. To be clear, this is off by default. And if you don't want your conversations being listened to, that's fine. But for me, it's helpful because it's going to give you like the ability to very quickly find a restaurant, for example. And one of the things is I love food and I love restaurants, but I spend way too much time thinking about where to eat. And so this could help with that, make things a lot simpler. So what is the overall verdict? It's 5 stars out of 5 stars, and to me, it's the best phone that I have ever used in my life. But you know, there could be another one next year that might be better. And I haven't used all phones, but what I have used for the past 12, 13 years is iPhone. And it's constant changing what you type into something more socially acceptable is woke that has gone too far. And I don't like the fact that when I type a cuss word, it changes it. You know, it's intrusive to me. I know it doesn't bother a lot of people, but for me it does. And so goodbye Apple ecosystem, goodbye all of it, because I'm done with it, and I would heartily recommend the Google Pixel 11. It's the phone that you want. It's going to be a really good phone for many, many years. And then the AI being local will give you a whole new appreciation for how to use AI. So what do you think? Drop any comments or any questions and I'll do my best to answer. And then thank you for watching, and please give me a like and subscribe. I don't always say this too often, but please give me a like.